The Montreal Canadiens currently are going through a rebuild ever since they made the Stanley Cup Finals back in 2021, and overall, they're doing a pretty good job. They traded for Patrick Laine literally yesterday, and they are almost complete. The only really missing piece, honestly, is a goaltender, so I'm going to go ahead and complete the Montreal Canadiens rebuild and try to win them a Stanley Cup probably within 5 to 6 seasons. And we are going to see if GM Pasta can come in and complete the rebuild and overall make them a Stanley Cup contender. I will definitely try my best. Now, here we are in the 2024 NHL draft. Now, I'm going to try to trade up to get Ivan Demidov, or to make sure that we can get him, because he is a part of the rebuild. I mean, he's going to be a very vital piece of this Montreal Canadiens roster, and he's ranked at number 2. So we're going to have to get the second overall pick just to make sure that we actually get him. In real life, where did he fall to? 5, 6, 7, something like that? I'm going to try to cook here. We're giving them our 3rd overall pick. So really, we obviously could have got him if we got 2nd overall. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I got a 2nd, a 3rd, and Brendan Gallagher in there. And there we go. We believe the transaction will contribute to our success here in St. Louis. Macklin Celebrini did go number 1, and now we are going to take Ivan Demidov with the 2nd overall pick, 76 overall, elite high potential. All right, so I don't think we need to re-sign anybody. At least we do got to get back Harvey Pinard. Arbor Jacki is qualified as an RFA, so I'll qualify him, maybe even sign him. Barron, I want to get back also. I'll let Pearson walk. I'll let all of our UFAs probably walk, considering none of them are really that good. And for goalies, Montebo, we're running with him. He's a 27-year-old. Caden Primeau, still pretty young. Maybe he can grow to a high overall, but I think we might have to go out and get a goalie of the future. We are in free agency. Matt Roy is available. He is 29 years old, so he doesn't really fit our timeline. I don't think I'm going to go after anybody. There's no young guys available in free agent, all older guys, so we're just going to simulate to basically year number 1 and see what we are working with. So, heading into our first season as the general manager, we got Slavkovsky, Suzuki, and Caulfield on the first line. All young guys that will grow to very high overalls. Demidov, I'm immediately putting him on line number 2 alongside Kirby Dach and Patrick Fortnite Laine. Our bottom 6 isn't great, but I will improve that. Defensively, a lot of young guys also. Gooley, Hudson, and Reinbach are all like less than 22. We also have Michael Matheson, who's there, and Arbor Jacki, who also is very, very young. Montebo as our starter at an 84, and Caden Primeau as our backup, also an 84. Now, we did end up missing the playoffs, but I'm not too worried. I mean, we're still very young, very early on in this rebuild. I still got to add a few pieces to this team. 81 points, 37, 38, and 7. 7th in the Atlantic at the bottom, just like the Titanic. The Edmonton Oilers will go ahead and win the President's Trophy. 57 wins, followed by Tampa Bay. Vegas was very good. Shout out to Predators with Stammer actually having a very good year. I mean, Ottawa finally makes the postseason for the first time since 2017. Cole Caulfield will lead our team, 28 goals, 72 points. Suzuki at 62. Demidov had a very good rookie year, despite the fact that, he was a minus 30. We're just going to ignore that entirely. Slavkovsky, he only had 55 points. Dach, 46. Laine, only 17 goals. That is rough. And if we take a look at our goalies here, they basically split the games, and neither of them were really that good. Primeau did have 4 shutouts on the year, though. Nathan MacKinnon will lead the league in scoring with 123 points. And for goals, it will go to Connor McDavid, who put up his second 50-goal season of his career. So Florida would eventually go on, beat actually Nashville in Game 7 instead of my Edmonton Oilers. So I guess shout out to Stammer and company for losing. Connor McDavid will win the Ted Lindsay and Maurice Richard, also the Hart Trophy. Art Rosta, Nathan MacKinnon, Bouchard, the Norris. Barkov will take home the Conn Smythe, Vasi the Vezina, and Barkov also the Selke Trophy. And there we go, Montreal. We came from 12th all the way to 2nd place via Calgary, and there we go. We will select 2nd in the draft. That is massive for our team. Now, the bad news is I actually simmed over the NHL draft, so I didn't even get to select the prospect. The good news is, wow, we picked up a Logan Mooney, I think his name is. What's his first name? I forget. LJ Mooney, a franchise low, 77 overall, 18-year-old. I don't even know where he's from, but that is a very good selection at number 2. I thought we got absolutely lowball, but I'm pretty happy with picking him up. Oh, I'm all out of sorts today. So we took Mattias Benstrom 2nd overall. It was not that money guy. Elite medium potential. He's an 80 overall. So there we go. We got 2 damn good prospects here in the year number 1 draft. And here we go. Year number 2 free agency. And we have Mitch Marner on the board. He wants a bag, but at a 93 overall, that's a very, very good player. Brock Nelson is there for Toronto. Jacob Chikrin we could add to our decor. He's only 27 years old, but I think we do have to go out and try to trade for a goalie. I think we go after one of our arch rivals, a former player in Mitch Marner from the Toronto Maple Leafs. 93 overall, 28 years old, $14.5 million for only 1 season. We could trade. We could use him in the Askarov trade, but let's see if he'll accept 14.7 just to make sure he signs. There we go. And now we wait. And there we go. Mitch the Bitch Marner was extremely happy to accept my offer. He is now a member of Le Montreal. We are loading up. Patrick Kane now is a member of the Montreal Canadiens. So he's going to be a perfect 3rd line or even a 2nd line winger possibly on this team. So we got an absolutely loaded trade here. Marner, a 1st, 2nd, another 2nd, and a 3rd for Schenn, Fabro, Stammer, and Askarov. Most of these players are honestly just because of the salary, because Mitch Marner is making damn near $15 million. I don't know if they're going to accept this trade. Let's see if this will go through. And there we go. I doubt anybody will think Nashville came out on the short end of the stick with this trade. So it is a done deal. The Montreal Canadiens are now a much different team. I mean, offensively, we're not too different. Still Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield. We got Laine up there with Stammer and Demidov. Harvey Pinard will play alongside Kirby Dak and Patty Kane defensively. Gooley, Reinbacher, our top line pair has a +5. That's insane. Then we got Dante Fabro alongside Matheson. And then finally, Laine Hudson will slot in alongside Arbor Jacki. And we have a 23-year-old, 90 overall goalie, Yaroslav Askarov. He requested a trade out of Nashville and now is a member of the Montreal Canadiens. He is the goalie that's going to lead us to a promised land, basically Carey Price 2.0. Now we are yet again, we actually improved a lot. 90 points, 41 wins, 33 losses, 8 in overtime. Just missing out 7 or 8 points out of the playoff spot by Florida. They were the final team to make it in the Atlantic. Shout out to Toronto winning the division with 50 wins. And for the entire league, the Flyers won 51 games in year number 3. That is crazy. Stammer will lead our team with 65 points. Slavkovsky at 63 and 23 goals. Caulfield really didn't simulate that well. Nick Suzuki at 61. Patty Kane literally playing on the 3rd line, put up 21 goals and 55 points. Demidov took a step back. Laine was up there, and if we take a look at Yaroslav Askarov, holy hell, he had 7 shutouts, a .909 save percentage, and 31 wins as a rookie. This guy's going to be an absolute monster. Braden Point will lead the NHL in scoring with 111 points, and Matthews in goals with 60. Nobody else even had 50 goals, which is a little bit surprising, especially for the sim engine. Askarov was not up there for wins. Obviously, we didn't win that many games, but for shutouts, he's going to tie for the lead alongside Jake Ottinger. So a rookie Askarov already making a mark in the NHL. I don't even know what I'm saying. Shout out to Winnipeg finally getting it done. First ever Stanley Cup in franchise history as they beat the Leafs in 6 games in the finals. Lindsay will go to Braden Point, the Art Ross and Hart Trophy as well. Matthews, the Maurice Richard, Cale Makar, the Norris. Cole Perfetti, a very young guy, is going to win the Conn Smythe. Connor Ingram is going to take home the Vezina. What on earth? And Bedard the Selke. This sim is literally all over the place. Unfortunately, this year we did not move up. We stayed at 15th, so that is where we will be selecting in the NHL draft. Shout out Seattle. They won the draft lottery. There are a few choices to go with, but this guy here, Jacob Malkin, medium elite potential, 2-way defenseman. He's NHL ready immediately, and a similar style is to Victor Hedman. Hello, and welcome to Le Montreal. Bonjour. Oh my God, he's an 80 overall already. Back-to-back off seasons of picking up big name free agents. Kyle Connor on a large, like $14.1 million 1-year deal. He was happy to accept that, and now we can re-sign him, obviously, if we want to next season for a lowball offer, or trade him through the season for anybody that we want. Now, I believe this is the season that we should be able to take that next step and hopefully make the playoffs. We got Kyle Connor, Suzuki, and Steven Stamkos in the first line, followed by Caulfield, Slavkovsky, and Demidov. I could honestly even move Caulfield up to that first line if I want, get a +1 there, and then a +5 on line 2. Then we got Kane, Doc, and Laine. Newhook alongside Brenstrom and Roger Lightning McQueen. Defensively, we got to fix our D-core. A lot of these guys don't really fit, like Jack Guy. Malkin doesn't really even fit with Lane Hudson. A lot of them got minuses, so maybe we'll rearrange our defense core in the offseason. And Yaroslav Askarov now at 24 is up to a 92 overall. All right, I figured out the problem with our D-core. It is Lane Hudson. He doesn't want an extension, and he does not fit literally anywhere. So we're giving him up as well. Stammer, 2 seconds and a third for Lane Hudson. Luke Hughes from the New Jersey Devils signed for 2 more years. Franchise low potential. Let's see if we can do it. And the Devils are totally unwilling to get rid of Jack Hughes. Get rid of Luke Hughes. What if I add in a first-round pick? I give them maybe like a 2032 first-rounder from Montreal to sweeten the trade a little bit, and they still do not want to do it. Now, Jake Sanderson. I'm going to give up the same exact package for instead a 6-year Jake Sanderson at $8 million. Elite high potential. Already a 91 overall. Let's see if Ottawa shall accept, and they do not want to. We're probably going to have to give up 2 first if we want to get rid of Hudson and add in an absolute stud of a D-man. So here we go. We're going to give up a 2027 first to try to make sure this trade will go through. They still don't want to do it. Now, this technically might be a slight overpay. We're giving up a young guy in Hudson Stammer, who probably we would get rid of anyways. We got a second first and another first for Anders Lee and Jake Sanderson from the Ottawa Senators. They are totally unwilling. Okay, so we got to do it. We have to slot in the 3rd first-round pick. So 3 first-round picks into this trade. I mean, this could be a little bit much, but Jake Sanderson is a hell of a player. They don't want to give him up. They literally do not want to get rid of him. Now we're going to give up the same exact package, but instead for Kevin Korchinski and Cam Fowler from the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't know if this trade is going to go through. The trade value is a little bit even, which means that tends to not go through, but let's see. They are totally unwilling, and unless we give them something spectacular. 1 for 1, I'm going to be giving up Lane Hudson for Jay Oliver, a medium elite defenseman who's already an 81 overall, so we might take a little step back. He signed for 3 years on a rookie deal. Lane Hudson really does not fit anywhere in our defense core, so I think we got to get rid of him. I'm going to go 1 for 1. I'm not going to ask for anything more. I think that's a pretty fair trade. And the Golden Knights are totally unwilling. Like, are you kidding me? I'm giving you the better player who has the higher overall, also the higher trade value, and yet you disrespect me with declining the offer. A 2nd and 3rd round pick. I'm not giving you anything more. And there we go. I doubt anybody will think Vegas came out on the short end of the stick with this trade. Finally, it is about time the Montreal Canadiens make the playoffs. 95 points, 46 wins, 33 losses, 3 in overtime. Just barely sneaking in 2 more than Boston, who ended up missing. Tampa Bay, they were the best team in the division, and the New York Rangers for the entire NHL, which coincidentally enough is a team that we have to play in round number 1. Kyle Connor will lead our team only with 79 points, so honestly I'm a little disappointed in that. Slavkovsky had a good year, 30-goal season. Cole Caulfield really, I mean, this whole game cycle I've noticed he does not simulate well at all. Demidov at 67, Stammer was okay, Patty Kane simulated well, and Yaroslav Askarov a 919 save percentage, 4 shutouts, and 35 wins. Yet again, Braden Point is going to steal the Art Ross trophy. He had 117 points, 4 more points than second place Nikita Kucherov. And for goals, Shaq Hyman will score the most at 53. Followed by Mishkov's 51, past at 50. Dvorsky, who's this Dalibor Dvorsky guy? A 21-year-old already scoring 48 goals and 76 points. Askarov was not up here for the wins for goalies and for shutouts. Holy hell, Igor Shesterkin put up a 917 and had 10 shutouts. And of course, like I mentioned before, we got the President's Trophy winning Rangers in round number 1. We're just here for the experience. We're most likely probably going to get our asses swept. A massive third period trying to force a Game 6 down 3-1 in the series to the Rangers. Luckily, we did not get swept. There we go. Patrick Laine gives us a 3-goal lead as we are going to force a Game 6 after beating the Rangers 4-1. All right, we have 20 hard miles to go, and we force a Game 7 back in Madison Square Garden. We're leading 1-0 here in Game 6. Can Askarov shut the door, and the Montreal Canadiens live on to fight another day? Oh no, Vinny Trocheck, of course, has to be the guy that comes back and scores it. 2 seconds. It looks like we're headed to overtime. Okay. All right. The Bell Center is absolutely rocking. Esti de Tabernacle Caxacer. All right. Here we go. Enough le français. Oh, my Lord. Askarov makes a great glove save. A massive face-off draw here in overtime. Luckily, we do win it. Kirby Dach wins that draw. Let's get our first line out there, boys. Come on. Demidov. Maybe dump it in, dude, or turn it over at the blue line. That is also a very viable option. I don't have the game sound on. Now I do. There we go. Lindgren skates that puck up. Coming in for the Rangers. All it's going to take is one shot, man. One shot, one goal, one opportunity. Are you going to capture it or let it slip? Kyle Connor. Connor shooting, and there it is. Kyle Connor, his third of the night for a hat trick. As the Montreal Canadiens in round number 1 down 3-1 will claw all the way back and force a Game 7 with the President Trophy winning team. God damn, absolutely zero quit in the squad. No quit at all. It is literally anybody's hockey game in this third period. No, Lafreniere will take the lead for the Rangers over Askarov. There we go. Brenstrom will tie the game up literally like immediately. As a very close series so far. 8 minutes to go. Come on, where's Slavkovsky? Where's Stamkos? Where's all these guys that are goal scorers that can... There we go! Steven Stamkos, speak of the... Oh, I don't even know how we're here. We should be gone off to round number 2 with that Steven Stamkos late goal. But unfortunately, we have overtime here in Madison Square Garden. Kirby Dach coming in. Dach looking in the middle. Connor trying to get his second game winner of the series. As, I mean, the Montreal Canadiens were not meant to win this series, and we're one shot away from doing it. Game 7 overtime. It does not get any tighter than this. Get on him, please. Over. Rebound. Oh, my God. Askarov. What is he doing? Lafreniere. Over. Rebound. What a save by Yaroslav Askarov. Literally saved the season of the Montreal Canadiens. Where's my first line? Why is my first line not out there on the ice? Please. Oh, no. Vinny Trocheck coming down. He's got back at Jan. That's weird. Goalie. Up to Kirby Dach. Moving the puck. Over to, is that Demidov? In the middle. Shoot it, please. Somebody shoot it. Dach, get that puck. No! We're headed to the penalty kill. Kirby Dach again. What is with Kirby Dach and his inability to not be prone with taking tripping penalties? I swear to God. All right, this is a massive draw to kill. Massive penalty to kill, I should say. As we got, I got to update the timer, I believe. A Let's Go Rangers chat is on right now. Oh, here we go. Brenstrom coming in, wristing it on net, and Igor Shesterkin is going to have to make the save. Rebound. He's down. He's literally down. In the middle. Another great save by Igor. God damn. 12:50 remaining this over. Oh, my God. Adam Fox got laid out in the background there. Over. Henrique coming in. Adam. Henrique. Ooh, Askarov makes a nice save. Dante Fabro, I need you to get that puck out. There we go. Skate it up. Use your Bobby Orr instincts. Over to Slavkovsky. Over. Beck. Why? Why is he doing a backhander? Kirby Dach in the middle. Over. Dach again. And another great save by Mr. Shesterkin, keeping the Rangers in this game and in the series. I shouldn't change my D. Oh, no. Perreault gets a breakaway. And no. Gabriel Perreault will bury it and send the New York Rangers to the second round as the Habs fought back very valiantly. But it was just not enough. Down 3-1 in the series. We can't find or get behind in the 8 ball that early and expect to win a series. So I guess it is what it is. We learn, we grow, and we are definitely going to be coming back next season hungrier and better than ever. The rebuild has been completed in Ottawa. A 4-0 sweep over the Coyotes to take home their very first Stanley Cup in this franchise's history of the Ottawa Senators. Goalie led our team in scoring for the playoffs. If that is the case, we are definitely cooked. 7 points in 7 games. Kyle Connor had 6. Slavkovsky also 6. Demidov was pretty good. I mean, our big guns really didn't step up in the first round. Askarov was good, though, a 927. We picked up a 41-year-old the real greatest goal scorer of all time in Alexander Ovechkin. Still an 83, will slot in nicely on our third line. Now, I don't think this team has ever looked as good as it does now. We got Brenstrom, Slavkovsky, and Demidov on the first line, followed by Caulfield, Suzuki, McQueen. We got Ovi down there, a 41-year-old alongside Kirby Dach and Mooney, and then Laine, Newhook, and Waugh as our fourth line. Mintikov, Reinbacher, Oliver alongside Gouli, and then Jacky and Dante Fabro, and a 94 overall goalie with even an 85 as a backup. We're going to get rid of Caden Primo. He's making 3.3 to literally not even play in the team. We're going to get back a young defenseman, signed 2 more years, elite low potential, Dion Cio. whatever. I threw some picks to make the trade go through, and there's not too much deliberate about that deal. Now we're going to go ahead and luckily make the playoffs yet again. 89 points, 41, 34, and 7. Fourth in the division. Toronto yet again was the best team in our division and for the entire NHL also, but sadly we got to face the Rangers again in round number 1. We went to 7 last year, down 3-1, couldn't get the job done. Hopefully this can be the year. Slavkovsky will lead our team, 27 goals, 69 points. Devanov had 67, Kirby Dach 66, Cole Caulfield. We might have to get rid of Caulfield. He has been absolutely horrible, and he's an 89 overall, just a waste of space on this Montreal team. Mintyukov had a good year, Suzuki was all right, and Yaroslav Askarov, a 9-14, 2 shutouts, and 31 wins at a 94 overall. The most goals scored in the league would go to Shaq Hyman with 53, and the most points scored would be Connor McDavid with 115 on the season. And of course, we got a rematch from last season. We got the New York Rangers in round number 1. And we did have a slow start to the series, losing the first 2 games, but then we rallied off 4 straight to absolutely clap the booty cheeks of the New York Rangers, and now we face Washington in the second round. Well, this is what tends to happen when you've literally dropped the first 2 games in a playoff series. We lose in 6 to the Washington Capitals. Actually, it was 5 games, so we pretty much got dominated. Wow, I did not expect the Red Wings to go all the way and dominate Colorado in the finals, but shout out to them for doing that. Slavkovsky led our team only with 9 points, so we didn't have anybody that was point per game. He was tied with Dach and Demidov as well as Laine. Ovi did his thing come playoff time. 4 goals and 8 points at 42 years old. David will take him the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross and Hart Trophy. Hyman the Maurice Richard, Makar the Norris, Lucas Raymond the Conn Smythe, Allmark the Vezina, and Matty Beniers the Selke. I got a master plan here. Dustin Wolf, we're going to sign him to a 1-year deal worth like $10.5 million, something crazy like that, just to make sure that no other team will match. 10.9 for 1 year. We'll sign him, and then we will trade him in the offseason for a better player. And there we go. Make no mistake about it, Dustin Wolf, you're not going to stay in Montreal long, brother. You are literally signed for the purpose of being traded. Now, we tried to go after Korchinski earlier, and it didn't really work out, but what if we go 1-for-1, him for Dustin Wolf? The trade value maxes out, and they're pretty similar, so let's see if Chicago will do this. And there we go. They had no problem accepting it. They got a number 1 goalie, and we get a number 1 defenseman. Third, all right. Now, I took a look at our roster, and we're really only missing that number 1 center. Logan Cooley, I believe, can be that. So we're going to give up Caulfield for Cooley, also a first, second, and a 3rd round pick, and that is going to go through with spades, as we now pick up a playmaker who can put up like 60, 70 assists pretty consistently, honestly. This is going to be our shot. We got Cooley down the middle with Demidov and Slavkovsky. The rest of our forward core is pretty much the same. Roger McQueen has developed very nicely up to an 84. Actually, I might throw Brenstrom up there and leave McQueen on the 3rd line alongside Suzuki and Waugh defensively. We are absolutely loaded. Korchinski, Mintyukov, Reinbacher, Cooley, Oliver, and Fabro, and then a 94 overall with an 89 as our backup. If we do not make it to at least the 3rd round, there is something wrong with this team. I have no idea how we had this bad of a season. Montreal ended up finishing 7th in the Atlantic, 40, 36, and 6. A winning record, only 86 points. I mean, our division is really, really good, so I guess that definitely goes against us, at least trying to make the playoffs. For the entire league, Vancouver won the President's Trophy, 55 wins. Logan Cooley will have a monster season, 31 goals, 117 points. Really our best player by far. Demidov at 67. I mean, Slavkovsky was okay. Korchinski put up a lot of numbers as a D-man. Mooney was pretty good. Brenstrom, Mintyukov, and if we take a look at Askarov, only a 901, so that's why we had a bad season. Askarov did not play well. He's probably going to drop down to like a 93, 92 now. Logan Cooley will win the Art Ross Trophy, first of his career, and Matthews at only 45 goals will take home the Maurice Richard. The Rangers finally go on and get theirs, beating Seattle in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Logan Cooley is going to win the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Maurice Richard to Matthews, the Norris to Adam Fox, also the Conn Smythe. Sheelovs will take home the Vezina, and Barkov yet again another Selke. All right, I probably only have 1 to 2 more seasons left in me before I get fired as a GM of Montreal if we don't make any improvements. Still Slavkovsky, Cooley, and Mooney. We got Demidov alongside McQueen and Brenstrom. Honestly, might move Demidov up there. Actually, never mind. I'm going to leave him on the 2nd line. We get Suzuki centering that 3rd line alongside Laine and Dach defensively. No changes have been made. And in goal, still a 92 Askarov after the bad season that he did have. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I just built a horrible team or what. 78 points, not even close to a playoff spot. 35, 39, and 8. Individually, I mean, yeah, we don't have that great of offense. Logan Cooley took a massive step backwards and was a minus 16. That's absolutely horrible. Nobody played good offensively, and Askarov, he was better. 9-11 save percentage, 4 shutouts, and 30 wins. The Vegas LTIR cheaters will dominate the Rangers, smack their booty cheeks in 5 games, and take home their 2nd cup in franchise history. I got one final season left in me as the GM of the Montreal Canadiens. If we miss the playoffs again, there's no way my ass is not out of here and fired. We got Cooley, Slavkovsky, Demidov. I didn't really make any moves. I mean, we did sign Bork in the offseason to be a 3rd-line winger. We still have Laine, Suzuki. Defensively, still a very good decor, and in goal, Yaroslav Askarov is back up to a 94. I really cannot put my finger on it. I don't know why we can't simulate too well. I'm actually on a very bad dry streak of rebuilds. I cannot rebuild jack shit anymore. I don't know what it is. Ever since I went to 3-year rebuilds, I have not won a Stanley Cup in a long time, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get it done with Montreal, who already had a system built in with a bunch of prospects. What is going on? And I believe that is going to do it for GM past his time as the general manager of Montreal. 79 points, 38 wins, and another playoff miss. Logan Cooley had a good season, 84 points, our only point per game scorer. I mean, Demidov capped off at an 85 overall, even though he had franchise medium potential. Slavkovsky was okay, I guess, with 31 goals. Korchinski, we just didn't have enough offense. With all that talent offensively, we just could not put the puck in the back of the net. Askarov was amazing, 9-13, 3 shutouts, 29 wins. I mean, he's a 94 overall, and consistently, this dude has been very, very good over the course of his Montreal tenure. Besides that 1 year where he rocked a 901, he was good after that. And of course, to end off the video, the Toronto Maple Leafs have to go on and win a Stanley Cup as they beat the St. Louis Blues in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, unfortunately, we were not able to win the Montreal Canadiens a Stanley Cup and complete their rebuild. I don't know what's going on with me lately. I literally cannot rebuild a goddamn house if I wanted to. I was surrounded with a bunch of good prospects, added some to the team, and still yet we only made the playoffs twice, making it at around number 1 time, and the rest of the time we literally missed the postseason. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.